Alright, good morning. So this video is going to be on cyclocross frames. So let's start with carbon because it's the most popular. Carbon I would only suggest for somebody who's looking to get into full-time or racing quite often and actually doing cyclocross. For everyone else, you're not going to enjoy the bike as much if you're not using it in like a competitive manner. And the reason for this is kind of the geometry of it. It's going to get you really far above the bars, kind of like a road bike. And you're also going to have just a super kind of stiff ride. Which the only way to combat that is with tubeless tires, which most carbon bikes should have, carbon cross bikes. So the biggest downfall is obviously the price and just how ridiculously stiff carbon can be with the through axles and everything like that. So that's what some people are looking for. You lose the least amount of power through carbon bikes because they're so stiff, and they're obviously super light. But other than that, everything else, every other person out there, like I said, should be riding pretty much steel, alloy, or titanium. Titanium being the better of the three, but again, the most expensive. And then steel and alloy are kind of up in the air depending on what quality you buy. So steel is going to give you a lot more plush, smooth of a ride, and if you spend the money, you can get a pretty lightweight steel bike. But it's going to take a lot of the vibration out from the gravel and the pavement and the cracks and the single track or whatever you're riding. So it really comes down to what you're riding. So cyclocross carbon bikes are for cyclocross riding, racing, training. Whereas the steel bike now, because of the a little bit more relaxed geometry, it handles a lot better on gravel. Well, I'm just talking steel kind of gravel grinder carbon bike or cross bikes. So the steel is going to absorb a lot more of the gravel and the roots. You can physically feel the steel fork flexing over roots and rocks and stuff like that. And then it's going to give you a plusher ride, more comfortable riding position. It also gives you a chance to throw panniers and stuff like that on if you want to go for long tours, or if you just want to do epic days. You might have a little bit of gravel, a little bit of pavement, or mostly pavement, a little bit of gravel, but this bike's still going to come through at the end of the day really strong because it's steel, and it's going to absorb a lot of the hits that you're going to take on a ride like that. And then I suggest aluminum for people that want to commute, go buy groceries, put a bigger 35 to 40 mil tire on an aluminum bike will kind of take away some of the stiffness and roughness that aluminum bike will offer you. So at the end of the day, it always comes down to what you're going to be riding. So if you're actually going to be racing and stuff like that, please by all means buy a cyclocross specific bike, carbon if you can afford it. If not, I would go with aluminum just for the pure weight, the weight variance and just the stiffness, so you get all the power to the pedals. Now if you're not racing and you want to just, like I said, have fun, weekend warrior, weekday warrior, commuting, stuff like that, just having fun riding absolutely everything from snow and ice to single track to gravel to pavement, steel is where it's going to be for you, steel or titanium. I always think of the lowest priced items, so that's why I keep forgetting about titanium, but steel is definitely going to be the lowest, lower price than aluminum typically, and it's going to give you a much more plush ride overall, so that's good. And then alloy, I really only suggest alloy bikes for people that are just trying to cycle for the first time. Get a cycle or an alloy cross bike over a road bike, just so you have a little bit more freedom to go on and off of the sidewalk and down paths and everything like that. And then aluminum, is basically for getting groceries, delivering mail if that's your thing, but even that I would go with steel. Single speed Nice and quick, easy, cheap. You can just throw it, lock it up somewhere. Nobody's gonna steal it, depending on how nice it is, and obviously, yeah, somebody might steal it, but as long as you lock it up with a good lock, you should be fine. And that's pretty much it for the frame video. I'm gonna keep going into more detail on the cyclocross gravel grinder bikes, but this was just the first installment, so I hope you guys liked it. Please comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.